Have you ever wondered why some people are naturally outgoing and charismatic while others are more introspective and reserved? It's temperament. Drawing insights from this book, Why You Act the Way You Do, we are going to be exploring the concept of temperament. The essence of this video is to help you recognize your strengths and work on your weaknesses. By the end of this video, you should be able to pick out your temperament. So if this is a topic you're thrilled by, stay with me. Hey friend, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time of seeing this face, my name is Mfon Akpan, and on this channel I share content on career, personal development, and faith. If these are topics you're thrilled by, I hope you make the decision to subscribe to the channel and stay updated by turning on the notification bell. So, temperament refers to the natural tendencies and personality traits that influence how individuals perceive and interact with the world around them. There are four primary temperaments. We have the choleric, sanguine, melancholy, and phlegmatic. The aim of learning these temperaments is to be able to understand your predominant temperament, know your strengths and weaknesses, and more importantly, proper understanding of people's behavior types will help you better understand and tolerate their actions. Will help you coexist with your fellow human. So, you have one of these temperaments or a combination of two temperaments. There's the predominant temperament and there's the other. For example, a person can have a combination of sanguine and melancholy, sang-mel, choleric, and phlegmatic, phlegmatic and sanguine, meaning the phlegmatic is the predominant temperament and then there is mel-sang, or melancholy and choleric. So, to give you better understanding for each of these temperaments, let's break each of them down. Let's do this. So we're going to start with the sanguine. Sanguines are the extroverted lot. They are the breed of people that move into an environment with great exuberance and announce their presence to everyone. They are usually the first to contribute in meetings, and they have a natural, fun-loving spirit that everyone loves. They are happy people. They ooze pure aura and make people around them happy. They speak a lot, which makes them more confident than they actually are. Sanguines are the set of people that make friends easily, no stress, the life of the party, and a good way to describe them is living in the present. They are rarely depressed because they have the habit of forgetting past experiences and living in the present. Sanguines are prone to be excellent salesmen, good entertainers, actors, pastors. Yes, because they are good with people. On the matter of tidiness, you could not say sanguines are neat or tidy. This is not their forte. They are disorganized and messy, even with their goals. So, are you a sanguine? No? Let's move on. We'll find you. And there is the choleric. Cholerics shares the same category of extroversion as the sanguines, but not to the same degree. Cholerics are more active, pragmatic, hot-tempered, independent, and very ambitious. Cholerics are the kind of people living a projected life. It's always one phase to another, and they make elaborate plans to get their projected outcome. Cholerics follow through their plans, unlike the sanguines, and they are not afraid of challenges or adversity along the way. As a matter of fact, they laugh in the face of danger.
I laugh in the face of danger.
Challenges motivate them to do more. There's this habit a choleric has. They are not affected by the environment, rather, they affect the environment. They are strong-willed people, exceptional leaders, and visionaries. Cholerics are practical people. They never give up on anything until they achieve their desired outcome. But when things don't go as planned, aside from that, cholerics are cold, insensitive, domineering. I'll just keep going. They tend to expect a lot from people and dislike any sign of weakness. They are independent people and see dependence as a form of weakness. Cholerics are rarely depressed because they have active minds that are focused on the next thing they need to work on. What's the next project? What's the next move? They are always on the go. I am going to be laying out some of the strengths and weaknesses for each of these temperaments later in the video, so you go through them yourself. Now let's move on to the next temperament, which is phlegmatic. This temperament is the cool personality type. Phlegmatics are relaxed, calm, easygoing, and diplomatic. They are the kind of people that prefer to live a stress-free life, free of worries and anxieties. Anxiety has nothing on these people. Phlegmatics do not want any kind of trouble in their life. They strive to avoid disputes. They don't want wahala. They have a fantastic sense of humor, and they are the kind of people you can rely on. Laziness. They are not driven to take on new duties as they prefer to be unburdened by things. They give up before things get too difficult. For me, phleg temperament simply means mind your business. Phlegs are individuals that find it difficult to say no to people, especially if it's going to make the other person feel bad. They are very empathetic and understand other people's feelings, primarily because they try to put themselves in other people's shoes rather than being selfish in their thinking. Phlegmatics are introverted and enjoy being alone. They are not picky, they do not judge others easily, and are not concerned about perfectionism, compared to the next temperament I'll be sharing with you later. They are almost immune to anything that'll make them get angry. However, they would only snap after a long period of tolerance. Are you a phleg? No? Let's move on to the next introverted temperament, which is melancholy. Melancholy is regarded as the richest temperament. Very analytical, very creative. They are perfectionists. Males have the tendency to show extroversion depending on the circumstance and the people around them. You will see a male outside so quiet, so reserved, so introspective, but when you see them in their comfort zone, you will think they are extroverts. That's a melancholy. This is due to their evident mood swing. A melancholy can feel on top of the world in 1 minute and in the next become gloomy and depressed. Anxieties skip sanguines, cholerics, phlegmatics, and this is where they are. Males have a hard time making friends, but when they do, they are the kind of friends you want to keep in your corner because they are loyal and they always come through. They have difficulty expressing their feelings. They hold themselves and others to high standards with very high expectations that should, as a matter of fact, must be met. This makes them very critical and very unsatisfied with other people, as of course other people will find it hard to meet up with their standards. Now let's talk details. If anyone cares about details, it will be the melancholies. They study the menu before placing an order. That's not me. That's me. I know I am not alone on this. Don't make me seem crazy. I know you do this as well. You study the menu before placing order. Come on. I know you do. Melancholies are generally emotionally sensitive and are best described as perfectionistic introverts. They wish to understand every tiny bit of detail because being ignorant is considered as a sign of imperfection. They don't accept things just the way they are and will ask specific questions for more clarity and understanding. They believe things should be done in a certain ideal way and will get distressed if there is a slightest change. If you tell a melancholy, I will be there by 7 p.m., a male expects you to be there by 7 p.m. This organization have nothing on these people. They are stubborn and dogmatic to new behaviors and trends and will not easily change their carefully thought, views, and standards. In other words, they don't go with the flow, at least Not easily. These are not the kind of people you tell, when we get to the bridge, we'll cross it. No. Tell me when we are leaving for the bridge. Tell me when we are going to get to the bridge. And tell me there is a bridge there. And tell me how we are crossing the bridge. And tell me what will happen after we cross the bridge. Yes, males. Why do I know so much about this people? Melancholies are very pessimistic, assuming the worst from the onset, and will thus think and plan carefully before taking any action. They simply cannot let things go wrong or tolerate information they see as wrong, especially if it's a subject they are knowledgeable about. You cannot give them a wrong information and they accept it and move on. No, come back. What do you say? When they argue, it's not because they want to make you feel bad or assert dominance. They argue with reason, evidence, logic, while offering true explanation. Melancholies have trust issues. They just believe it's just too good to be true. And they're the kind of people that self-sabotage a lot. Yes. When they are so happy, things are going well, they'll be like, this one thinks they go well like this. But it's something bad could not happen though. Of the four temperaments, melancholy are the most introverted individuals. They are happier alone and agree that they function better, they are more productive when they are alone. This is not a lie. Their social battery is always low. They are always exhausted outside. They consider the presence of others a burden because they'll be tempted to dive into every one of their actions and behaviors, discussions, and whatever they have going on. They are weary of making friends. Because of their high standard, they prefer to keep a few close friends rather than flocking with everybody. They are loyalists to friends, to ideas. And I'm just going to add this to brands. I remember when I used to be so loyal to Close Up. You can't tell me nothing. Beef me all you want. Tease me all you want. If it's not Close Up, I'm not using any other toothpaste. Oh my God. Melancholies are selfish people. They don't share their time. They prefer not to share their personal belongings with people. They are very possessive of their properties because they worry that people will not give the same care that they would to their things. So to avoid any conflict, they rather you don't touch their things. They will prefer to flee from things that will cause them distress instead of trying to confront them. No stress me. Do you know your temperament now? You can watch this over and over again. No limits till you discover you. All right, let's quickly highlight more on the strengths and weaknesses for all of the temperaments and how you can improve on your weaknesses. Let's start with the sanguine. Strengths: sociable, charismatic, outgoing, confident, warm-hearted, pleasant, lively, optimistic, fun-loving, spontaneous, quick to apologize. Weaknesses: impulsive, chronically late, shameless, forgetful, compulsive talker, too loud, sometimes too happy, not goal-oriented, too compromising, undisciplined. Choleric. Strengths: ambitious, passionate, leader, focused, efficient, practical, good at planning, good at problem solving, confident, motivating, delegator, great in an emergency. Weaknesses: aggressive, domineering, inflexible, impatient, rude and tactless, argumentative, unable to relax, uncomfortable around emotion, low on empathy. Phlegmatic. Strengths: easygoing, considerate, generous, happy, helpful, friendly, diplomatic, calm, patient, good listener, peacemaker, contented, reliable. Weaknesses: indecisive, stubborn, unenthusiastic, fearful and worried, avoid responsibility, selfish, too shy and reserved, procrastinator, slow to act. Melancholy. Strengths: analytical, detail oriented, introspective, artistic, creative, empathetic, loyal, deep thinker, self disciplined, organized. Weaknesses: easily offended, self guilt, self condemnation at the slightest mistake, pessimism, moody, critical, perfectionist, hard to please, unforgiving, suspicious. So, those are some of the additional strengths and weaknesses for each of the temperaments. Understanding your temperaments and the temperaments of those around you can lead to improved relationship and communication. It can help you appreciate the diversity in human behavior. As I said earlier, the essence of this video is to help you recognize your strengths, build on it, and also recognize your weaknesses and try to improve on them. For instance, a son who is a compulsive talker, work on it. Don't tell people, my own is I talk anyhow, and expect people to understand or make excuses for you or attribute it. Don't worry, that one is still in the talk. And temperament, no. Now, the thing is, man, science, psychology are helpless in making you gain control over the weaknesses embedded in your temperament. In that man by nature is flesh and is bound to fulfill the desire of the flesh, which are manifested in the weaknesses of our temperaments, unless with the help of someone. Let's find out who. Galatians 5:22, I'm going to be reading from NLT. And it says, but when the Holy Spirit controls our lives, He will produce this kind of fruit in us: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, truthfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Let me read 25. Verse 25 says, if you are living now by the Holy Spirit, let us follow the Holy Spirit's leading in every part of our lives. So with the help of the Holy Spirit, we are no longer the same. We're no longer controlled by the flesh. With the help of the Holy Spirit, we can work on those weaknesses and try not to make references to them. You don't use the weaknesses embedded in your temperament to make excuses. Rather, you take responsibility and rely on the Holy Spirit to help you work on that particular weakness. The Holy Spirit comes into our lives, transforms us, and then provides an antidote, which is the fruit of the Spirit, as contained in verse 22 and 23. So explore your strengths, work on your weaknesses, don't magnify them. I hope you found value in this video, and if you do, kindly give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends and families, and if you're yet to subscribe to the channel, I hope you make the decision to do so. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you in the next one.